What do you do when someone is not physically hurting you, but is constantly disturbing your peace, your safety, and your sense of control? What do you do? Is that something that the law can actually address? Let's talk about protection from harassment. A lot of people think that if it is not physical, then it's not serious. And that is not always true. The problem is that many people experience behavior that is repeated, behavior that is unwanted, behavior that is intimidating and even frightening, but they don't recognize that it can rise to the level where the law can actually step in. So they ignore it. They minimize it, especially people in our culture, right? We try to manage it on our own. We try to pray it over it. But here is the truth. Protection from harassment is designed to address patterns of behavior that create fear, control, or serious disruption, even when there is no physical violence. Now, what does that actually look like? It can look like repeated threats, constant unwanted messages or calls, stalking, showing up uninvited over and over again, monitoring or even trying to control your movement, or behavior that is meant to intimidate, pressure you, or destabilize you. And yes, cyberbullying is part of it. And let me say this clearly. This is not about a one-time isolated incident. No, it is about pattern, and pattern that makes you feel unsafe. Because what that feeling of safety is very important. And the law is looking at the law is not looking at whether harm happened, but the law is instead looking at whether harm can be prevented. Now, let me be clear about this. Filing for protection from harassment is a very serious legal step, and it has serious consequences. It can restrict contact, it can affect where someone can go, it can become part of a legal record. So this is something you should not take lightly, but it's also something you should not ignore when the signs are there. And this is where many people get stuck. They ask, or we ask, is this enough? Am I overreacting? What if this is not serious? Maybe it's in my head. Meanwhile, the behavior continues. So what is your takeaway here? If something is happening repeatedly and it's making you feel unsafe, pressured, or controlled, do not dismiss it. Pay attention to the pattern. Document what is happening. Keep records. Save those messages. Note the date, the incident, who was there, who did you talk to? Because once again, what you experience has to be translated into something that the law can recognize. And this is where I help people. I help people breaking down what is happening, identifying whether it meets the legal threshold, and helping you think through your options, especially in situations where things are overlapping or where things may overlap with relationships, with separation, or even especially cross-border dynamics, because your peace matters, your safety matters, and you don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for things to become extreme before you take them seriously. Now, let me ask you again. How many people do you think experience repeated harassment, but they don't even realize that the law may already provide protection for them?